So the Australians, they are unbeaten so far. There's Jared Martin. Didn't have a great time on the mound a little earlier in the week. And Rhys Castley, who we haven't seen too much because of that, well, the recurrence of the shoulder injury that hasn't really got over, but he is quite an inspirational captain. Put on 2 big hits earlier in the week, and they think that maybe he is back into it. Nathan Nukunuku, a late call-up for Joe Haratuku. Hard for the debutant Haratuku to be replaced, but with Rhys Castley's injury, they had to bring in the former world champion into the infield just to shore things up somewhat. And he's certainly done his job, has Nathan Nukunuku. Big bad Brad Rona out the back there. There's Brad Rona, boys just going through their warm-ups before this match.
Okay, so we're assembling the champion team from 2004. We've honoured each of these.
Tyrone Bartorillo, he'd know what it's like to be a Steeler. He's played for Australia before in '46, but he's now for New Zealand, and there's the fighting Kiwi getting ready. Ben Anoka. Let's confirm now the defensive team for this top of the first in this double life match.
We're just going through the final warm-ups. Getting set, 6 umpires tonight.
Big crowd has built in over the last hour or so, where we saw Argentina throw the Americans out of this tournament 9-2. Grand slam in the bottom of the 4th, and it was all over, and the mercy rule applied at the bottom of the 5th. Japan are through, Samoa are out. The loser of this match goes on to face Japan. Jeremy Manley, one of the key pitchers in this contest. It'll be Heine Shannon from Auckland that will start on the mound. A very calm and sort of studious Australian side. They know that they are the form team in this competition, unbeaten so far.
For the recognition. So without further ado, let's get going.
Bob Harrow will be talking to them as we take a look now at the defensive team for New Zealand. Heine Shannon, the old dog, will be pitching with his brother Patrick behind in the catching position. On first base, Brad Rona. Nathan Nukunuku at second. Tyrone Bartorillo on third. Tyson Byrne will be your shortstop. Then we go to the outfield with Thomas Markia, Ben Anoka, and Wayne Laulu. That is your Black Sox team that will start this match. Australia coached by Bob Harrow. There's the legend, Chub Tangaroa, the pitching coach, was out here on Monday evening, and he was in and out pretty quickly to try and keep the boys in the right mindset. And the flamethrower, but the rotation of their pitches is the key to them. Here's how Australia got to this point, basically unbeaten. Put 6 on the United States, 10 on Indonesia, 7 on Great Britain, gave up a run against South Africa. Then it was 5-0 against Venezuela. Went close against Samoa and gave up 2 against the Czech Republic. But they have a perfect record. 7-0. That's why they are the favourites going to this. This is the 2004 World Championship team being introduced. And it's a wonderful thing about this tournament all the way through the week that they have been introducing World Championship teams and creating a legacy and reminding the young kids. And there are lots of young kids around here. And there's Eddie Kalassi. There's the coach. He's a man under pressure. His brother Chris Kalassi's out. He was the coach of Samoa. They actually beat the Black Sox in the warm-ups of this tournament. Now Eddie is a man that wants to do the business back on his home turf. The 3rd time that New Zealand has hosted the World Softball Championships. 5-time winners. They'd certainly like to make it 6. And all the pressure goes on the shoulders of that man, Eddie Kalassi.
The one who provided all the video analysis, Helen Townsend.
You can just imagine what those 2004 boys will be saying to the current crop. You can do this. It's all about consistency and keeping your head in the game. We saw that with the United States pitching staff in that last match. Their pitchers just, well, basically, they didn't choke. That's the wrong word to use. They just struggled as the Black Sox get introduced. Here's Brad Rona.
Still batting on reserves tonight, Jared Martin. the legend himself, our own catcher, Mark Sorensen.
There's Jared Martin. Another of the old dogs, you might say.
Baseman, who's still there, Nathan Nuku.
A lot of smiles, but you can imagine that the tension is quite tight down on the diamond. Here's Mark Sorensen. Well, if you remember the story about Mark in 2004, he came out of retirement and was pivotal in that World Championship win in Christchurch, and he'll be going back up into the commentary position fairly shortly, we hope, to join Dale Husband in the call.
Michael Gager,
Thomas Markia.
Thomas Cameron, and also in the team still.
And they should milk this for what it's worth, because they'll need everything against this exciting Australian outfit. Crowd's been slightly building for about the last 90 minutes. We can tell you that Sunday is a sellout, so this place will be particularly rocking if the Black Sox can make the final.
And finally, Roman Gabriel. Give it up. Wouldn't have done it without him. Ladies and gentlemen, the 2004 winning team.
Roman Gabriel, one of the members of the 2004 winning Black Sox outfit in Christchurch. How dearly they would love to see this 2013 version repeat that effort.
New Zealand's 5 World Championship winners throughout the week. And
so there they are, the 2004, the class of 2004 mixed in with the class of 2013. Time for the photo call.
One more round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, wonderful stuff with a photo from the top of the grandstand. And we're going to get set for New Zealand's effort to win our 6th World Championship title. We're going to have a quick meeting with
now we look at the Australian Steelers, the defending world champions, and this is their batting order. Michael Tanner up the front, then Joel Southam, James Todhunter, Zenon Winters, Jeff Goolagong, Tim Crome, Nathan Jones, Andrew Havercroft, and Mark Harris. They're the boys that want to bang big here at Rosedale Park. So we're not too far away from the first pitch here. Umpires doing their job. We spoke to the chief, the director of the ISF umpires. He's very happy with the way the umpires have been performing, as he should.
Don't make a difference. Don't make a difference. Thank you.
Here's Bob Harrow, the Australian coach, just introducing himself to the umpires. Probably giving a bit of a nudge and a wink and saying, yep, I know you boys. I've been around a long time and we'll play the game as we see it.
Have any changes to your lineups? Yeah, any changes to your lineups? Okay, as you know, make sure that we got a pitcher and catcher out here early. Something happens during the game, wait till play has stopped before coming out. Keep all your players in the dugout, okay? Good luck to you.
Keep all your players in the dugout. Great line. And you know what that means. Let's keep it clean, boys. Let's keep it clean. All right. It's almost time to play ball. It's a double life game. So if the Black Sox lose, they're certainly not out of this. It just makes their road to a potential grand final that much harder. It's time to get it on. Let's join Mark Sorensen and Dale Husband. Australia, New Zealand live on Sky Sport.
This is what softball fans right across the country have come to see. A repeat of the last World Championship Grand Final. And Australia lining up against the Black Sox. What a wonderful week of softball it's been here in North Harbour. Plenty of support from across the Tasman, as you would well expect. They've got the hottest pitcher in the book, or so some would say, in Alan Folkyard. And they've got a very, very fine team. The Black Sox will have to be right on their game if they're going to come away with the win here this afternoon. Of course, both teams get a second life. But nevertheless, this is one of the best crowds that we've seen for softball in New Zealand in many a year. Sellout signs already out for Saturday and Sunday play. The brilliant weather has brought thousands to the venue, a brand new softball venue, one that the country and North Harbour softball can rightly be very proud of, and it will be a wonderful legacy that remains well after the 2013 World Championship Series concludes. As the Australian team gets introduced to the crowd, plenty of support here. And the Black Sox, of course, their popularity, well, that goes without saying. A wonderful mix of youth and experience as well. We see the Australians introduced, and they're a crack outfit now.
Yeah, vastly experienced Australian side there, Dale. As you see come out there, the Australian fans right in behind them, and number 13 there's going to hold the key. Adam Folkard hasn't yet to give up a run in the tournament, so certainly been a dominant figure. Powerhouse pitcher on the mound, throws the ball hard, works in front. So our guys have got a challenge ahead, but I'm certainly confident that they're up to it. I think the key for them in the game is going to be to score runs early, control the tempo of the at-bats, and make sure that they're putting pressure on Folkard right from that first pitch.
Mas, that was a lovely touch to see you reunited with your old colleagues from the 2004 World Series winning team. Mark, it must have been a nice opportunity for you to reacquaint yourself with old friends.
Oh, it's a nice thing, and congratulations to Softball New Zealand for taking the opportunity to recognise the success of the past. I think it's important when looking to move forward that we always recognise teams of the past, which is great. And Nathan Nukunuku announced there, our lead-off batter tonight, coming out carrying a lot of responsibility.
Of course, a late inclusion, but undoubted skills, and able to cover for Reese Casley. Jerome Hudatuku is so proud to have been a Black Sox, one of the 17 to take part. And he graciously stepped aside and Nathan to take that position. Brad Horner out there. And some would say that these guys have been around a long, long time. We say a mixture of youth and experience, and that's pretty much the makeup of the Black Sox for 2013.
Absolutely. You know, a number of the side have been in the campaign for a number of years and been to a number of world championships, but also they've been a part of successful teams, so they know what it takes to climb the mountain, and they'll certainly be calling on those years of experience tonight to make sure and look to drive our guys out ahead to hopefully come out with a win.
Well, what a day it's been already this afternoon, with Argentina with an amazing victory just an hour or so back over the USA and effectively send them home packing. Japan did likewise to Samoa. But this is what it's all about. You're down to the thin end of the wedge now as we look towards the champion for 2013. And so important, we talk about a pressure cooker situation. Anything can happen on the diamond, as we saw in the fourth innings in the last game.
Oh, absolutely. And you know, there's that nice thing about the New Zealand-Australian edge to it as well, trans-Tasman rivalry. We've faced each other a number of times over the years. Australia had the upper hand last time they played at the World Champs in Saskatoon. So there's a number of guys on this side that were part of that team, and we'll be looking to change the result firstly tonight before they look too far ahead. But you know, history has been on our side, I guess, when you look at the overall record over the years. However, you can only look at the most recent form, and this week, and Australia have been playing very well. You know, they're a solid team. There was a couple of games that they struggled with the weight of the title. They were behind against Samoa, and they fought back in the 7th innings to win it, so showed some class there. But ultimately, it's about the playoffs. You know, anybody can play in the round robin section, but it's the big teams and the big players that play on the big stage. And the big stage is here tonight, when you know we've got the two of the top teams from each bracket heading up against each other.
And it's a treat to be bringing it to you here on Sky Sport as well. Today, this evening, tomorrow, a big day of coverage, and of course culminating in the final on Sunday. Conditions absolutely perfect. The wind that was here an hour or two back has somewhat died down, but don't be at all surprised if it lifts again through the course of the game, as both teams are introduced to a very appreciative crowd. And it's great to see softball fans coming forward in numbers here at this wonderful venue, the home of North Harbour Softball, the Don Freeman Field. And what a picture it's looking as we await this, the crunch match so far as Black Sox support is concerned. Just introducing the umpires, and the plate umpire today is Greg Poll from the USA.
Yeah, I've been fortunate enough to play in games that Greg has officiated on, so he's been around for a while and a vastly experienced umpire, and certainly in a game of this magnitude you want someone with a bit of experience, as we saw last game. You know, it's about having a good handle on the rules in the game and being able to understand how the flow of the game can affect tension in different situations. And we saw umpire Evans in the last game from Australia diffuse a couple of situations with the way that he handled the athletes. So, you know, it was a positive performance, and we'll certainly be looking for Greg to do the same thing here.
Nice touches of sportsmanship expected in these championships as well. This introduction to the crowd where the teams come together and shake hands, introduced to the umpires as well. It's a nice touch as we see the Black Sox coming on out to perform the traditional haka, I suspect. There'll be some nerves there. And when we talk about a mix of youth experience in the black and white, don't forget the Australians likewise. Shaking haka from the New Zealand Black Sox as they prepare to do battle on the diamond and up against the current world champions in Australia. This is going to be a battle royale.
Absolutely, set the scene, got the crowd all fired up. You certainly saw the passion in the eyes of the Black Sox guys. I know they take a lot of pride in performing the haka, and you certainly saw that, and it came across there with that rousing performance they put out on the diamond. Now all we're waiting on is the first pitch, and let's get on with the ball game.
What a ball game it's going to be. Welcome wherever you're viewing the game across New Zealand and indeed globally. This is World Championship softball at its best. The Trans-Tasman Clash, a repeat of the last World Series played in Canada.
He can keep the one
New Zealand went down in the final. Just talking about the mix of youth and experience that the Australian team had. Their coach Bob Harrow, looking through the list, a few in their mid-30s, down to Cameron Bint, who's just 23. But a ton of experience in the squad.
I think they've had a lot of continuity for them from the 2009 campaign in Saskatoon, and that's important when you're carrying the title and carrying the weight of that championship. So, you know, continuity in terms of playing personnel, coaching staff, whilst having that turnover of fresh people in the program, which help revitalise and refresh everyone and bring some new challenges to the greater group. So, I mean, they're a fairly well-rounded side. I think the biggest loss for them will be their former captain and catcher, Mike Harrow, who used to control the tempo of the game very well and handled Adam Folkard back at the last World Champs exceptionally well. So focus for them tonight and the challenge for Australia, I think, will sit with their catcher, Andrew Habercroft, and how well he handles Adam Folkard on the back of the standard, the high standard that's been set in the past by Mike Harrow.
We discussed last time how it's very much a family game, and it's not unfamiliar to see brother pairings in international softball. Heine and Pat Shannon are certainly a case in point here in the black shirts of New Zealand. Heine on the mound, his brother Pat behind the plate. And of course in a game that really is won with millimetres and precision. A stack of pressure at times on the pitching mound.
Heine coming back from a strained calf injury earlier in the week. where in the game against Japan, he was hustling to get a ball close to home plate and pulled a calf muscle, so he's battling back. Probably not 100% in terms of his leg, but historically we're all aware that Heine always, or has a history of performing exceptionally well when he's got his back to the wall and possibly not 100%.
Well, from the New Zealand supporters' perspective, hope that he's able to dictate terms, although you get the feeling that this Aussie team, with their experience, will make it tough for the Black Sox. So we're in for a humdinger over the next couple of hours. I'm glad to have you here on Sky Sport 3 for the Trade Staff World Softball Championships.
Now the tournament starts.
From North Harbour here in Auckland City. Tanner is the first man into the batter's box. Tanner from the ACT, a 31-year-old. His first base. He's the lead-off batter again, familiar side of a left-hander first.
Tanner's had a pretty good series to date, hitting .421. He's had 8 hits from 19 turns at bat, so for a lead-off hitter, doing his job, got on base a lot, scored a lot of runs.
A lot of softball played by all the teams during the week. You can understand some might just lose a touch of focus or sharpness. Here's your plate umpire, Greg Pohl. Good start here for Tanner, 2 balls. That one's down the barrel, 2-1.
Interesting that of the 8 hits that Michael Tanner's had, he's actually scored 8 times as well. So as a lead-off hitter, he's got on base and scored for Australia consistently.
Heine Shannon is feeling himself into the game too. 3 balls and 1 strike. This is a good start for Tanner. Showing good composure. That forces Tanner to have a go. Full house here for the first step back.
Nice job of leading off here by Tanner. Seen a lot of pitches, 5 pitches through. First hitter of the game, doing a perfect job as a lead-off hitter.
Joel Southern on deck, but it's Tanner who is in the box. Shannon wants to remove the Shannon brothers. There's one. There's a play in the book for Heine.
Perfect start for New Zealand here in the top half of the first innings, getting a strikeout. Heine getting one under his belt, feeling a little bit more comfortable. We're deep in the count. Looks like a drop ball away. As you see the top to bottom spin at bottom of the zone. Patrick in a crouch takes it with a swing from Tanner to record the first out in the top half of the first innings for the Aussie Steelers.
The perfect pitch as the brothers combine. Good synergy between the two. This is Southern. Goes at the first one as well. I think he got a little bit of bat on it. Still registers as one in the book for the chucker. Looking for instruction. Great crowd here today, and it's going to be fantastic over the next couple of days. We'll pack to the rafters.
Southern being part of a number of campaigns for the Aussie Steelers. I believe going to his 3rd World Championships.
0-2.
The man they call TP. Plays for the Dolphins.
Gentlemen's
In the
game
New
here.
South
He'll wait
Wales
for you.
softball comp. It's been a hot and humid day. Heine Shannon, 2 strikes. Working on Southern. There's a piece from Southern, drives it safely to left field. Around he goes, looking for 2 as well, but he's forced to stay on first.
Yeah, I think a little bit of a mistake there from Heine Shannon, 0-2. Normally come back with a ball there through a pitch a little bit too close to the plate. Rise ball, Southern drives it to left field, doing a good job. Base hit, getting the Aussie Steelers on board with the first runner in the top half of the first innings.
Well, he caught it early, didn't he, Mark, and was able to steer it down between third and shortstop. safely on first. Good start for Australia. Bringing James Todd Hunter to the plate. Todd Hunter fouls it off down first baseline. It's his own style, doesn't he? Holds the bat very high. We see Southern on first base.
Key to Shannon's success today is going to be how they work the change-up in. Working the off-speed.
Ball.
Just outside. Good idea from Todd Hunter.
Just making sure that the Australians don't get to sit on one speed, being the hard heat. Variety with the speed of the pitch is a key weapon.
That one called good too by the plate umpire.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Fouled off down the left field line, into the stand on the change-up, I think.
Everything that comes from the bleachers has got to come to me first. Okay? Got to come here. Yep.
You can see home plate umpire Greg Pohl stamping his mark on the game. He doesn't want the foul ball going directly to the pitcher. Pitchers get used to using the same ball and like using the one particular ball, even though they're all pretty much the same shape and size. Some of them will have a different feel to it, and they'll get used to a certain ball and feel more comfortable with that. But he's making sure it's coming back into the bag on the side of his hip.
2 strikes, 1 ball, and a swing and a miss. Shannon gets another in his book. 2 outs. Joel Southern stuck there on first base.
Number 2, Heine Shannon.
Good pitching from Heine Shannon on the mound.
Up to bat for Australia. Zenon Winters on deck.
Yeah, good pitch on the drop ball.
2 outs.
We see Todd Hunter swing and miss, and the strikeout recorded for the 2nd out. But the threat isn't over. The leading hitter for Australia in this series is Zenon Winters. He's at the plate now.
He goes for the first pitch as well. It was low and a little outside, so he reached for it somewhat.
Here we see a .455 batting average, 3 RBIs, 5 hits for 11 turns at bat and only 2 strikeouts. One of the challenges for left-handed hitters is facing left-handed pitchers. They don't get to see them that often, so this is going to be a good challenge for Heine.
Ball.
Ball outside. 1 ball, 1 strike.
1-1.
Well, worked first time. We'll try it again. This time just a touch lower. Not finding favour with the plate umpire. Zenon Winters, the danger man here. Winters, that they call bull. Having a go as well, and there's the pick-off attempt. A miss though. Joel Southern knew better than to chance the run.
Stolen base. And you see Southern off and running to second base. Shannon never got a really good grab on the ball as Tyson Byrne almost tries to get tangled up there at second base. We see 1 ball, 1 strike on the hitter, Zenon Winters.
1 and 2.
Top half of the first innings with 2 outs.
1 and 2.
Still the stats in favour of Heine Shannon. Tries to work his magic on Winters. 2 strikes, 1 ball. Watch closely. He winds in.
Ball.
Put some extra gas on that one.
Ball high. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Here we can see Zenon Winters at the plate. You can actually see he's choking up on the bat, not right down the end of the handle. Oh, he slipped back down there this pitch. No, he's moved it up right there at the last minute.
And Brad Runner makes no mistake on first base. That's the end of the first turn at bat for Australia. Got a runner on, couldn't convert it to runs.
Certainly a good way to finish the first innings for Heine Shannon. Out ahead, as we saw, Winters just a bit of a half swing down to first base to Brad Rona. Steps on the base, takes the simple out for the third out of the innings, no problem. Ended the threat and retired Australia in their first turn at bat.
This is how they'll line up for New Zealand. Lead-off batter, Nuku, followed by Byrne, Rona, and Hale early on. And Nuku gets his chance. Lolu, Markia, Shannon and Bartorillo. It's a talented lineup. They've got what it takes to knock over the world champions. But we'll know in the next couple of hours.
On the mound, the much talked about Adam Folkard, and so far this week, if we just look at New Zealand's road to the playoffs, they played Mexico with a 5-0 lead, Colombia a 4-0 lead, 7-2 to that. It was a tight one against Argentina, 2-1, followed by a couple of comfortable wins against the Netherlands and Philippines last night. So a bit of a run-in with the last couple of games with shutting the opposition down.
Andrew Havercroft will be behind the plate. And the speedster of international softball, Adam Folkard, on the mound for Australia.
So Folkard's faced 66 batters in the tournament so far. He's pitched 19 innings. He struck out 39 of those 66 batters. He's only given up 3 base on balls and 4 hits. So he's had a good tournament to date, but certainly will be the litmus test here for him tonight.
It's Folkard to Nuku. Nuku grabs hold of one. It's a hopper, and he gets himself on bag. First time at bat, first ball that he faces.
No better time to jump on a pitcher as it's first innings, first pitch, bang. Trying to ease his way into the game, and Nathan bounces one over the third base. No chance there. Out to left field. And a great lead-off for the Black Sox here in the bottom half of the first inning.
Well, that's an interesting strategy from Nathan. You get the feeling he was going to go with the first one, and it's a successful formula. Tyson Byrne comes in as well. They'll be looking to get a sacrifice button, push Nathan around. Nathan's got speed to Byrne. One of the advantages of this man, he's a very tall, strong man, and he can generate a ton of pace. That follow through.
Foul!
Foul!
Tyson Byrne hitting 500 for New Zealand in this tournament so far, so that's 1 hit for every 2 turns at bat. Having a good tournament. He's had 16 at-bats for 8 hits. On base, he's been 6 times out of 10, so over 600 on-base percentage, which is great. Falling behind, no balls, 2 strikes.
Ball!
That one going high.
Rise ball high, 1 ball, 2 strikes.
.6'4". Mark and I still stuck in imperial measurements. So there's the bunt. There's the out on first. But the second man at bat, Byrne, does what his coach really wanted. Pushing Nuku around to second.
Point to note there is that Nathan Nuku was off on the pitch, so he was stealing, taking off there, you see at the top of the screen. When Folkard turns to try and get the lead runner, because he was stealing, he didn't have a chance. So his only option was to go to first base, take the safe out, and retire Byrne. Now Byrne did a great job there of advancing Nuku over to second, bring it to the plate, Brad Rona.
Big bad Brad with the bat.
Hey, stay up there. Don't think it. Don't go back there. Come on now.
So far, Brad's hitting 357 for the tournament, and of the 5 hits he's had, 3 of them have been home runs. He's driven in 7 runs, so had a pretty decent tournament to date.
One of the most experienced, Brad Rona. Well, you just get the feeling that Adam Folkard is taking exception to having runners on base.
Here we see Nathan Nukunuku putting signals back to Brad Rona, trying to create some confusion for coach Havercroft. Putting him under pressure.
Gives Greg Cole to stare down, but it won't help him at all. He made his decision quickly.
Yeah, down the left-handers batter's box line, possibly a little outside, but umpire Greg Pole called it a strike. Strike 3, second out of the innings. Brings to the plate Donnie Hale.
First one for Hale.
Time is out.
1 ball.
Hey, Adam, you're taking too long being together out there, okay? Hey, Cone, he only gets us 5. That's what it says. We don't need these batters backing out here, all right?
Nice job. Yep. Pole stamping his mark. He doesn't want them slowing the game down. Just a delaying tactic there by pitcher and catcher.
It'll be an easy out on first. Well, the Black Sox.
Foul ball called.
Foul.
Third base umpire Randall McLam from the USA has called a foul ball. I think it went off Donnie's foot. Pitch comes in.
1-1.
Down, bang,
1-1.
off the instep. So you saw him react straight away. Lift his foot. If not, it was a great acting job. Got the desired result. Foul ball. Gets another go.
He'd be a bit uncomfortable. With that pace on the ball, certainly ricocheted hard into his foot. 1-1 now for Hale. This time a piece. And the out's taken. The throw not so smart. The bottom of the second, still no score. Tight and tough here in the Trans-Tasman clash.
Pitch on the inside of the plate that Donnie fought off and hit to shortstop Nathan Jones. Simple play, picked it up but nearly threw it away. The pressure, I think the pressure a little bit getting to him there. Pulling the first baseman Tanner off the base, who did a great job of staying in there and putting the tag on Donnie Howe to still get the out. So good recovery by Tanner. A little bit tight and tense for Jones, but they got out unscathed. After one complete, it's still 0-0.
Well, some encouragement though for Eddie Colassi and his boys. Nathan getting on bag early. That's what they've got to do. Just be an absolute picture of concentration there in the batter's box. Now it's Australia's turn to do the same. Long-awaited clash. Both teams held in high regard by the international softball community for good reason. Still to come tonight as well, Venezuela and Canada. Right now, all attention here.
Up the bat for Australia, number 27, Jeff Wollongong. On deck, number 9, Tim Crone.
Bit of a shame. Good bottom of the first innings, good chance to capitalise and try and score. They weren't able to do it.
Stay there, keep that there.
We'll give Folkard a little bit of confidence to come through that first innings. It's always a little bit, sometimes can be a little bit shaky. There's former Black Sox player Kerry Johansson, now assistant coach for Australia.
Famous sporting name from the land of sand. Jeff Goolagong. Not surprising, his teammates call him Goolie. One strike on him. Plays for the Giants in the Australian Capital Territory. Coaching staff looking on, plenty of them too. Heine Shannon. There's a piece. How big is it? It's going. It's gone. What a hit from Jeff Goolagong. Dead set, smacked it over the fence. 1-0 Australia.
Yeah, nice piece of hitting by Goolagong there. Always been a tough out. retired a year or two ago, but decided to come back and have another go around. Looked like a change-up down low. And we'll see the pitch from Shannon, a high. Fly ball back out there in the wind that we talked about before.
To the plate, left-hander. Heidi Shannon hasn't got much time to reflect on the one that was tonked over the fence. He's got to get back down to his work and back to his business. Disappointed. There's a long way to go here. Shannon steadies himself now. Two strikes on him.
Here's the home run again. Off-speed pitch, probably left it a little bit high, and not a chance of getting that one.
Ball.
One ball, 2 strikes.
Aussie's number 1.
His head coach, Bob Harrow.
2-1 on Chrome. He has a go. And is told to go.
There's a strikeout for the first out of the innings. In the second innings, sees the right fielder Chrome retired on strikes. Here's the strikeout pitch. Again, a drop ball, top to bottom spin, swing and a miss. Now we see shortstop Nathan Jones, who made the last play at the end of the Black Sox first turn at bat.
Oh, it's not.
Jones.
Not when you're up in front of the plate like that, it's not. One
Looks at
strike.
the umpire who explains his decision from Butterville.
Good job of fielding at third base by Tyron Bartarello. Hard hit one hopper. Over to Brad Rona, retires Jones.
Number 2, Marco.
For the second out.
Andrew Havercroft now to the plate. That's a big swing. Havercroft, the 29-year-old, one of 4 players in the Aussie Steelers who played the ball in WA.
Ball.
One ball.
Well, that was never going to be a threat.
We see the stance of Havercroft up the front of the box, left-handed hitter, trying to take away the curve that the left-handed pitcher might throw. A little bit further forward. As we see him reaching a little bit, he's trying to counter the direction that the ball will be coming from Shannon.
1 and 2.
Not sure whether that's where he normally stands, but you don't see many guys too far forward in the box. They tend to go further back, as the umpires pointed out to one of the guys earlier.
That was the Australian innings as well. Top of the second, yes, the home run, and no doubt benefiting too from the wind. We spoke about it, it died away, but you look at the flags around the stadium, you sense that if you get it high, it'll get into the wind, drive it across that left field.
Don't want the batter stepping out, that's all. Okay? Okay?
I hope you're enjoying the action here from the World Series of Softball. New Zealand playing host for the first time since 2004. Mark Sorensen has attended 6 World Series, come away with 4 championship wins. Great to have you in the commentary position, Mark. Relying on your expertise and knowledge of these players.
Putting a little edge on things here now with Australia jumping out to that 1 to nothing lead, giving Falkard a little bit of a cushion. However, coming up for us in the bottom half of the second innings will be one of our hotter hitters in Ben Anoka.
Got a gate.
6 hits for 16 turns at bat.
Got a gate
Only
here.
one strikeout. Certainly a threat at the plate.
Benny Anoka plays for United here in Auckland. Debuted for the Sox in the build-up to the last World Champs in 2009. Played the last few years with the Jarvis Travellers from Ontario.
Ball.
I guess there'd be plenty of people wanting to know what's going on inside that glove.
Yeah, there's about 15 cameras around the stadium that are focused on that glove, wondering what's going on as he's getting his grip, trying to hide it from the opposition.
Nooker.
Not let them see the grip that he's getting. Typically pitches through a rise ball and drop ball that are both fast pitches, and a change-up which is off speed. Whereas if you can determine what's coming before it's pitched, it makes the game a whole lot easier.
The 26-year-old really winds it up that time. Falkard. The man the Steelers called Asa. Plays for the Strikers also. And an ACT.
2-2.
Regarded as the fastest pitcher in the world.
I believe so. Certainly has shown it this week. As I said earlier, yet to give up a run in the tournament. Having faced 66 batters prior to this game in 19 innings.
135 or thereabouts, Mark?
I would suspect, yes, definitely around that mark.
And Nooker gets a piece of it as it's fouled off. Even ledger. Not all about size, it's technique, timing, anticipation. It's a wonderful psychological battle that exists between pitcher and batter.
Another foul, great battle. Here's 2 balls.
Yeah, it goes from being a team game to an individual game. You know, in this confrontation with the hitter at the plate,
2-2.
no one on base. It's just you and the pitcher. Coming to a tough time of night where shadows are coming down over the diamond. Starting off, the pitcher is throwing in the sunlight.
Nooker was obliged to go for it, but couldn't get a piece on it.
That's 2 down up to the plate.
Not for the first time this evening. Falkard retires one of the Black Sox. Puts a K in the scorebook for Australia.
Yeah, he'll wait for you. Gentlemen's game here.
Swing and a miss there from Wayne Laulu.
There we go.
Laulu, the right fielder. He's had 1 home run, 3 hits, and driven in 3 runs.
From the Miramar Club in Wellington, Laulu, that one outside and wisely left. First played for the Sox here at Rosedale Park in the World Champ qualifying tournament, but missed out on the roster when the tournament rolled around the following year. Has represented Samoa before and has US club experience in Wisconsin and New York. Not much help here as Falkard's Kings keeps sending down cannonballs.
See a look at determination on Laulu's face. He knows he's got to make an adjustment.
1-2.
Keeping the ball in the zone, being aggressive while swinging at strikes.
Wow. Just beat him with pace, really, Mark.
Yeah, I think he did.
Gamely looking athlete, isn't he? In some ways doesn't look like he'd be an international chucker.
Yeah, you see the ball going up there pretty quick though, and that sort of backs that up, doesn't it? I mean, probably a little bit high for Wayne. At or above letter height that was, so possibly out of the strike zone. Thomas Markia coming into bat now. 2 outs.
Well, we talk about family involvement in a code. Another example here with Markia. 2 outs, bottom of the second. Black Sox at bat. Smoking. Volkard.
Volkard getting ahead, leading from the front, like all good pitchers should. Not falling behind, throwing hard, working fast.
Stand there, stand there. Ball.
Rising ball.
Rise ball high, 1 ball, 1 strike.
A different hit, yeah. A bit of a slingshot there. I think he's trying to give Markia a different look. Changed his motion.
He's on the outside, showing some versatility there.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
That's good discipline, laying off that. Not a strike. You don't need to go after that one. Just gets faster as it gets higher. Evens it up at 2 balls, 2 strikes with 2 outs.
This would be a challenge that the Black Sox really warm to here. They're up against one of the best in the world, testing themselves, as is evidenced there. For Thomas Markia, couldn't go with Volkard, who again shows his class. And the bottom of the second, still 0-all.
Top of the third, and Australia still lead on the back of a Jeff Goolagong home run. Roman Gabriel, 2004 championship winner. It's going to be tough for the Black Sox, isn't it?
Yeah, Volkard seems to be putting up the ante a little bit from what he's been doing through the round, and yeah, I think he's throwing pretty tough, but if we still have the rise ball, we should be right.
I mean, you said yourself, I haven't seen him throw that hard all week, so he's been waiting for this.
Yeah, I think so. He's a big time player, and you know, but our guys are strong enough, I think, to be a bit more disciplined in their batter's box and get the hits that we need. Yeah.
Can they get the hits?
I believe so. Yeah, always going to believe that.
Okay, have a drink, mate. Thanks for your time.
Thank you very much.
Of course, 1-0. Apologies. With that home run over the centre field fence, brings Honey Shannon back into the tough spot. Shadow starting to lengthen here. Mark Harris taking his place in the box. One for Shannon.
Interesting thing, Mark Harris is actually the leading hitter for Australia in the tournament to date with a 500 batting average, and they've got batting him at number 9. So basically the second lead-off in the order.
Another 27-year-old throws his bat out. There you go, a running bunt. It gives the advantage to Shannon. Let's see if the two brothers can combine to close him down. A potent threat is Mark Harris. The big lean back from Shannon, winds it up. There's a piece out to right field and taken well. Looking into the sun too, so it was always going to be a little for Olaolu, but he does well to clean up in the right field.
Tough at this time of the day with the sun coming in your eyes out in right field, and Olaolu does a great job. You see the fly ball, he's got doing a good job of outfield play there. You see he's got his glove up between the sun and his line of sight, so he's blocking the sunlight from his eyes and watches the ball right the way into his glove. Back to the top of the order.
And Michael Tanner in the box. Shannon tests him by putting it wide. There's the foresight to leave it alone this time. Tanner. Not much of the first base man. Reaction time's good though. Takes a swing here. Levels it up. 1 ball, 1 strike.
1-1.
There's a piece. A centre field drive from Mike Tanner. 1 out, 1 on base for Australia.
Michael Tanner did a good job of adjusting after his first at-bat. Kept his front shoulder tucked in and just stroked the ball up the middle. Didn't try and overhit it, just try and met the ball. Bang, rise ball on the outside of the plate. He still managed to drive it up the middle. Not a bad piece of hitting.
It's a great timing there from Michael Tanner. Now Joel Southern. With his feet firmly entrenched in the batter's box. Wide stance with his legs, bat held high.
Ball. He's down.
Called low.
Shannon bouncing up quickly with the ball, making sure he's ready in case the fleet-footed Tanner on first tries to steal. Southern with the base hit to left field, his first turn at bat.
That one will go into the crowd. Obviously caught as well. Heine actually first represented the Sox back in 1991. That was at a time when New Zealand had plenty of really good throwers. Eventually debuted at the World Champs for Samoa back in 2004. Going to his twin, Patrick.
Ball.
Down low, 2 balls, 1 strike.
Bob Harrow controlling the offense down at third base, giving signals to the hitter, Southern.
Tanner is eager. He's on first base. This is Southern. Strike as well. 2-2.
What he tried to do there is he shaped around as though he's going to bunt to try and get the infield in motion. And then as his pitch is coming down, he goes back and has a swing. So trying to hit the ball through the gap that was possibly created by the infield moving to cover the base. We just see number 18, Tyson Byrne, scooting over to second base. He heard the call from the dugout that the runner was stealing, and he wants to make sure he gets there in time for the throw. And what that does is it opens up a hole in the position that he would normally stand to field the ball. So Southern would have been trying to hit that ball through the shortstop area.
Good eyes shown here by Southern.
Close it up, full count, 3 balls, 2 strikes.
So we've got a full card here. The dance card is full. Who'll get the next dance? Will it be Shannon? Will it be Southern? Southern gets a piece. Great play. Great play. Bartarilla whips it through the nookie.
It's the next one out. You can't have it now. It's the next one out.
Really nice play there from Tyrone Bartarello. Got up high, took the lead runner over at second base. Nathan Nukunuku then made the judgment he didn't have a chance of getting that runner at first for the double play, so he held it. If there's no chance of going, no point in throwing it without any purpose.
to the 99 of James Todd Hunter in the box this time. 2 outs, runner on first. Cold strike, Todd Hunter looks up bewildered at the call by Greg Pole, the plate umpire. Well, there will be no decisions being changed by Greg Pole by the looks. Pretty adamant. That was a strike. So Todd Hunter looks again as Shannon winds up. Well, I'm sure Pat Shannon would have thought that was deja vu.
Different pitch. First pitch was a drop ball. Second pitch, that last one, was a low rise ball. Pole certainly given a generous outside corner.
Ball outside, 2 balls, 1 strike.
Heine ended up making like the Auckland Harbour Bridge then.
Such is the energy and effort that he puts into each pitch that sometimes coming forward he loses his balance. And as you saw there, he ends up almost doing the splits on the mound.
That's a piece. Into the gap it goes. Great hit. And runners on 2 and 3. Good piece from James Todd Hunter. Australia showing their class why they're unbeaten in the tournament so far.
Full swing but not full contact. The ball goes out with a little bit softer, falling in the gap. Thomas Markier coming in, throwing the ball. Here as we see Todd Hunter record another hit. Goes to second on the throw. Possibly we bring that ball into second base. As we see timeout called by the Black Sox pitching coach Chubb Tangaroa is coming out to the mound.
Keep saying Todd Hunter. I keep thinking of the bass player from Dragon. James Todd Hunter, I might add. It's his name, and what a good hit it was from the kid. You mentioned that Heine's at his best with his back to the wall, and it's a little bit inconvenienced. This is Heine before he slips. Watch him here.
Bends down, pitch wasn't there. We see an at-length discussion from Chubb Tangaroa to Patrick Shannon. I think it's important here that they leave Shannon in to face Zenon Winters, lefty against lefty. Percentages would favour Shannon, even though runners on base here. Possibly if they're going to look at making a change, it might be good after this hitter with Goolagong, the home run hitter, coming up next.
So Zenon Winters steps into the box. There's 2 outs. The Australian fans are giving him plenty of support here. It's great to have them here at the tournament. The thousands. The Shannon, pressure on him. Winters lines him up. And Shannon keep the Australian machine at bay. Winters, 1 strike on him. Doesn't look comfortable. Only Shannon, but he's a gutsy performer.
Swing and a miss. Fouled off. You can see that Patrick Shannon, the catcher, is setting up on the outside half of the plate, so trying to get that curve of the ball, taking it away from the hard-hitting left-hander Winters. I would look for him to keep it out in that area of the zone at the moment. Make the ball go away from the hitter. Make it tough for him to reach as he goes through the signals.
Shannon. There's a piece. Just in and out. And that's duly attained. Score stays at 1-0 after the top of the third. Australia threatening there though, Mark.
Yeah, they certainly were, and I think we're breathing a sigh of relief here more than anything. And if they're going to look at making a pitching change, I would probably jump on it now. Once through the order for Heine, the Aussies are starting to get bat to ball consistently. moving him around. So if anything, a change up, maybe Jeremy Manley. I see Chubb Tingaroa's down the left field line talking to Manley now. Maybe he's going to come in next innings. But more importantly, we need to get our bats going. Kalassi got the team together as they came off the field and probably just stressed the fact that they need to stay in the zone, keep their discipline and work on their good habits. Get out of swinging at the high rise ball and bring Folkard back down, because if they bring him down, he's definitely hittable. We just need to make sure that we're chasing the right pitches.
There's Jeremy Manley warming up. If you've just joined us this evening, a reminder, this is the first of 3 days of coverage of the championship here on Sky. A big day of action here on Sky Sport 3 tomorrow. Wins earlier in the day. Samoa exited from the tournament by Japan 4-2. Argentina with a surprising win 9-2 over the USA. Coaches, plenty to say. A few decisions to be made, you suspect, over the next couple of innings there, Mark.
Well, when you're at this stage of the tournament, you know, it's about no chances. It's about assessing momentum. And as I said, I think Australia are starting to get a little bit of momentum there. So a pitching change might be the order of the day there. However, more importantly, Patrick Shannon's going to lead off our inning here after a slow start to the tournament. Last couple of days have been his.
Folkard again, working the outside of the plate. Umpire Pole says that's okay. Get a chance to go.
Different batting style for Pat Shannon. Would really like to see him flatten that swing out a little bit and meet the ball on the same plane that it's coming in on. Big cut, no balls, 2 strikes.
Look at you, like the art of pitching. Enjoy what you're seeing here in Folkard.
Oh, we're certainly seeing a craftsman out there at the moment. What I'd really like to see the guys do here is just change their approach a little bit. Shorten, punch, put the ball in play, put the Australian defence under a bit of pressure. Last couple of innings, we haven't put them under pressure. We need to turn that around. Slow the game down, start working on strikes, putting the ball in play.
Bartarillo. Most softball people know he's represented both countries. There's a real talent, loves it here in NZ though. That one's low, and he keeps a good eye on it. Wisely leaves it.
Did in fact represent Australia with the Steelers at the 2009 World Champs, so was a part of that World Champion side. Has resided in New Zealand for a number of years now.
A brainy guy.
A brainy guy.
Well, he's resided in New Zealand for the last few years, hasn't he? Here we go.
Seen the light.
Tough to get onto.
Got to break this cycle now. He's had a few strikeouts in a row now. It's up to Nate to have a good at-bat, break the cycle. You see the rise ball once again, that's up and out of the zone. We've got to lay off that pitch because it's not a strike.
Remember, at first time at bat, Nathan took the first pitch on. Was able to get on base, couldn't convert it to runs. Still 1-0, bottom of the third. Not the same strategy from young Nate.
He's coming out hard with that first pitch strike. Thrown it to 8 out of 9 hitters.
Swirling bat above his head, gets a piece of it. Fouls off into the perspex screen, which allows us to get some wonderful images. And right behind the catcher, umpire. As you can see there, ground level, clear, and at this stage hasn't been etched by teenagers with nothing better to do, and I'm pleased about that.
0-2.
Great facility here. shaky looking, shows his composure there, leaves it away. Another example of that strong family connection through the code.
Probably come back with that rise ball up high again here.
What a great pitch. Bottom of the third, stays 1-0. It's Australia in front here at Rosedale Park.
1-0 for Australia.
Top of the fourth, still Australia 1-0. A member of that 2009 World Championship team is with us now, Josh Davison. What was it like to win Australia's first World Championship back then?
Absolutely sensational. We thought we were good enough, but going to that tournament, we were obviously the underdogs. But we just developed a really good style during the week, and then at the end of the day, we beat New Zealand twice, Canada once, and you know it was a dream come true. So.
Mate, how good is that full card?
He throws the absolute, like, I'm not going to say what I said before, but he throws hard. He's the hardest thrower in the world. He's very hard to hit from 40 feet away. He's, you know, he's a really good man to have on the hill. So, yeah.
Mate, go and enjoy the rest of the night.
Thank you, Steve.
Third baseman.
Well, Marcus, not just out-and-out pace. He's got a nice array of balls. And when we talk about the psychological battle between the batter and the pitcher, he's winning the battle at the moment, Adam Folkard.
Yeah, he's just using pace at the moment, isn't he? It's just hard, high heat. And if we're going to make an adjustment and get on top in this game, we're going to have to leave that pitch, bring it down in the zone, and trust ourselves. Believe in your technique.
Jeff Goolagong sent it over the centre field fence early in the match to give Australia the 1-0 lead. Of course, the green and gold's hoping to fast-track themselves through to the grand final on Sunday. Ball will have to play tomorrow. Strike from Heine Shannon.
Now we're ahead, no balls, 2 strikes. Jeff hit the home run last time. Really important that we don't give him a strike close to the zone here. Called what's a waste pitch. Waste it away and set up the next pitch. As you see Shannon moving outside. And that was way too close to the plate for my liking, to be honest. That was probably a strike. And Gooley's having a bit of a chat to Paddy behind the plate there. They're good mates. They've played on the same team in the States. There's probably a little bit of banter going on.
There's a piece. Goolagong, and it's gone. Well, I tell you what, the 31-year-old, what a tonker he is. He has dead set smashed it again.
Jeremy, come in for one. Straight change? Yeah. All right, yep, got it.
And I think the change has made one pitch too late. So Australia jump out to a 2-1-0 lead on the back of Goolagong's second home run of the game. After being 2 strikes up, we put a pitch in his wheelhouse again, and you can see the trot right there. He knew right off the bat that thing was gone, and it was out in a hurry. Off the foul post pole down the left field line. Enjoying the moment as he's running around the bases.
Hey, Jeremy! Jeremy!
Irrespective of where you're from, if you're a softball supporter, you must marvel at the efforts there from Jeff Goolagong.
Come on, go back and do it.
Fantastic. 2 big home runs for the 31-year-old.
I think it's the things I talked about before, Dale. You know, the big players stand up on the big stage in the big games. And what we're seeing tonight is a great effort from Jeff Goolagong, who's single-handedly put Australia out to a 2-0 lead. on the back of a dominant to-date pitching performance from Adam Folkard.
Well, we know that Heine's, you know, doing it tough at the moment. This is the pitch before that one that just got smacked. I mean, there's an awkwardness there, quite obviously.
He's battling. He's been battling, but the good thing is he'll always take the ball and he'll always give you 100%. What we've seen tonight was enough for 3 innings to get through. But 4 was one stretch too far.
Well, interestingly, Mark, you felt at the end of that third that it was the right time to make the change. And Jeff Goolagong got onto it again, didn't he? Some power hitting. The man they call Gooley. Long way to go here, though. There he is. We're getting the... Oh, there it is, the boxing kangaroo as well.
They've doubled their home run tally tonight in this game, Dale. 2 home runs they had coming into this game all week, and they've had 2 home runs tonight.
All right, here we go.
Mr. Paulie. That's Dean's old man. He's the director of our coverage today.
We've also got a change here in the Australian.
All the Paulies are at the softball. I wonder if he's related to Greg Paul, USA. He's the umpire behind the plate.
All right, man, here we go.
So Jeremy Manley taking over on the mound for the Black Sox.
Canadian supporters, they'll be out in spades and the numbers. Later this evening when we bring you here on Sky Sport coverage of the Canada-Venezuela game. Right now, it is 2-0. The top of the 4th, no outs, and Jeremy Manley. Tough time to come in. That's wide.
Pinch hitter here. We've got Nick Showers coming in to hit. Surprisingly left out of their starting lineup, one of their better hitters coming into the event. Hasn't had a great tournament, but certainly a classy hitter.
So what to expect too. New man on the mound. Take a little time to find his feet. He's immediately under the pump, is he not? One in there for Jeremy Manley.
3-1.
There's Showers recording 2 hits and 17 at bats prior to this with a 154 batting average. See the Australian dugout intently looking on.
Pretty satisfied with what Goolagong has been able to achieve. 2 fine home runs. Balls in 1 strike. Make that a full house now. And Patrick Shannon, a nod of approval. The new man on the pitching hill. Important pitch. And read that way as well by the batter. Knew he had to go.
Showers is battling himself back into a bit of form here. 3 balls, 2 strikes, fouled off a couple of pitches, couple of rise balls high. No outs. Top half of the 4th innings.
Foul.
There's a bat on it as well. Those ankle guards useful at times in the batter's box.
Well, the ball's quite hard, and when it's coming in at that speed, 130 k's an hour, you get a foul ball that goes down off your instep or your ankle. It can certainly foul you for a period of time. So a lot of the guys have got into the habit of wearing those guards on their instep, on their ankle or their shin, just to protect themselves in case of fouling it off.
Jeremy Manley's confidence takes a little boost there. And that's what he needed.
Good way to start.
Shortstop number 14, Nathan Jones.
This is the K ball.
Shane Showers was in hitting for the right fielder Tim Crome. We're now seeing Nathan Jones. I think now what you're seeing is a couple of power pitches up against each other with Folkard. And Manly.
Jones goes again. 2 strikes for Jeremy Manley. Rising to the challenge.
I think the key thing for Jeremy here is to get the ball, work quick and throw strikes. Throw hard and just go right at these Australian hitters. He's 2-0 down. He's got nothing to lose right now.
3 fine pitches. Well, he's dark on the decision, as you can see by the way he moves off Nathan Jones, the 36-year-old shortstop. That was a very, very sharp piece of pitching.
Drop ball on the inside of the plate there. Probably a little bit too close with 0-2 again. However, got the desired result. 2 outs, 2 strikeouts. Now it's the catcher, Andrew Havercroft.
Paddy Shannon working well with Jeremy Manley. Rising ball. The umpire, no hesitation to call it a ball. The Australian Steelers, world champions, up by 2. 2 outs and it's 1-1 here on catcher Havercroft. Manley on the wind-up now. Great pitch from him. 2 strikes and 1 ball.
See, Jeremy's doing exactly that, working quick, throwing strikes and throwing hard. Staying ahead, not falling behind. Don't show the Aussies too much. Minimise the amount of pitches you got to throw and back yourself.
Good pitching from Manley. After the top of the 4th, it's still 2-0. Manley doing well. Put under pressure on the mound, and he responds in the best possible way.
Nice pitch there. Sees Havercroft go down on strikes for the 2nd time.
Here comes the Black Sox nemesis. Folkard doesn't show a lot of emotion. It's his skills do the talking. But what a bonus to any team to have that genuine pace and speed and strength.
Anytime you're throwing, bowling, pitching a ball, anytime you can put extra pace on it, it gives the opposition less time to see it, to react and to adjust to it and hit it. So certainly a great weapon to have, but it's nothing that's unbeatable. You know, he's not unbeaten in his pitching career, but it's up to our guys to take the initiative here, to make the adjustment on those rise balls. As you see, Eddie Classy will be pondering their position at the moment. What can he do to make a change, to break the rhythm that Folkard has got at the moment?
Brings Tyson Byrne to the plate here as we start the bottom of the 4th. As they go on the first pitch. Rebounds off the bat down the 3rd base line. Folkard's 26, so he's got plenty of pitching ahead of him as well. He'll be a force for many years to come.
You see the rag out the back of Folkard's pocket. Normally a rosin, which dries the hand, dries the sweat.
Well, he's keeping his cool in here at the moment. The leadoff batter for the Sox.
What Byrne's doing is running through the box with a slapping motion, trying to hit the ball on the run, which can give him a bit of a head start and also create a little bit of confusion for the infield.
They've got to get a piece of it first, though.
Bat on ball is quite important.
Bit of Joe Cool in this guy. And a bit of Joe 90, I might add. That's safe. Tyson Byrne. Safely on first base. The Kiwi supporters feel that this may be the opportunity that they've been waiting for.
Just see it go off Folkard's glove there. And Byrne was able to beat it out before second base Southam could get the ball across to first. Safe on first. Great start for the leadoff hitter. Number 3 batter, Brad Rona, coming up. Perfect part of our order to advance this game on and change the momentum that we talked about before.
Well, we know he's cleared the fence already during the tournament. Can he do it again? No better time. Steadies himself, deep breaths. Almost chops down on that one.
Again, fake bunt. Came back, tried to push it. Creating a bit of option with the defense moving.
Move up some. Oh, there you go. Move up there. There you go. There you go.
Split second to make a decision. That's the new temporary stands that have been built here at the stadium. Brad Rona staring intently at the leather, looking for another chop. The pick off, safe on second. Great running. Tyson Byrne.
I think Havercroft got caught off guard a little bit here because he was on his haunches on the back. A little bit delayed in getting the throw across, even though, as we see, Byrne taking off to second on the steal. Got there safely, but fell off the base. Managed to throw his hand back out and get there safely. Calls timeout, which allows him to gather himself. Now he's in scoring position. Really important that, worst case, he's at third base after Brad's at bat.
Rona, 2 strikes and 1 ball on Brad. Checks himself.
It's better staying off that rise ball.
Fraction of a second to make your decision.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Two and 2. And a piece. There's a piece. Deep. It's big.
Deep.
Massive and over the fence. Oh, the Kiwi supporters. They wanted it from Rona, and he didn't let them down.
Wow. Big at bat. Big at bat. The boys are really fired up now. Just look at his face. He knows that he's done a big job there and got New Zealand back in the ball game here. All about momentum we talked about earlier, about getting yourself into a position to create some pressure. We see the pitch out of the zone, change up. Brad Rona hit, and he knew it straight off the bat. Look at him, pumped his fist. Folkard hasn't thrown many change-ups, and he hung that one there as we see it go over the stands in left field. He's pretty excited.
Brad Rona levels it up. Folkard now.
Just need to bring a little bit of composure back to it now with Donny. Looking to drive the ball hard and flat, getting a pitch so that he can get his hands extended. He's brought the crowd to life and brought the game to life.
You're good here. Right here. You're good.
Donny Hale gets a safe hit as well. Well, this is what the fans have come along for. It really has lifted the stadium. Everyone's on their feet. Rona.
Really nice adjustment there from Donny Hale. Pitch on the outside of the plate. The pitch before, he had a big uppercut swing. He changed it, made the adjustment, swung nice and flat, went with the ball to right field. Perfect job of hitting there. Keeps New Zealand's momentum going.
2-2, bottom of the fourth. This is what World Championship softball is all about. That brings to the plate Ben and Knocker. Outside, leaves it alone. Well, we haven't seen the chucker-rattled Adam Folkard. He might be feeling the pressure himself now. Runner on first, Hale. And Knocker at the plate. Well, that one was as true as the day is long. 2 strikes. Can Knocker get a piece and push Hale around? And New Zealand take a lead here in the bottom of the fourth. There's the pitch.
Robinson staying off that rise ball. We were chasing that before and it was tough to catch up with. So got to maintain our discipline, bring the ball down in the zone and make sure we get our hands out and drive through it.
And Knocker. Pressure on, both pitcher and batter. And it's the pitcher who wins the battle. 1 out.
Time is out.
So Coach Kalassi's bringing in a pinch hitter.
29 out, Wayne's out.
For Wayne Laulu.
Got it, yep.
He's going to bring in number 17, Daniel Milne.
Number 17, Daniel Milne, coming in
Just to possibly break things up.
Substitution.
Laulu went down on
New
strikes
Zealand.
last time.
29 is out, 17 is in.
Daniel Milne, an experienced campaigner, would have faced Folkard a number of times. The thing I think I like with the change is that Daniel's got a short, compact swing. So in terms of countering the speed that Folkard brings, he's got a nice compact stroke.
PT's played a lot of ball in Wisconsin and New York. Plays for Parkland's Christchurch United. Nickname is Fiddle. Gets a piece first on too.
foul ball, 1 strike.
We see not great return for the tournament for Daniel, but certainly an experienced campaigner, a classy hitter, and has been around for a while.
First played for the Black Sox back in '99, so you're not wrong there, Mark.
Good ball, see this one. 2 strikes.
0-2.
So that runner on first. Folkard showing his class, coming back. After almost sent him over the fence, that's a strike. Not sure Danny Milne agrees. Nevertheless, he is retired and walks forlornly back to the dugout.
Really good comeback here from Folkard. Hard drop ball on the outside of the plate. Once again, a generous outside corner there from USA umpire behind the plate, Greg Pohl.
I'm enjoying his work.
Time.
Pohl, that is.
Mark here just breaking up the rhythm. Umpire trying to keep things flowing. A little bit of cat and mouse with 2 outs.
Nice ball. Well left by Thomas Mark here. A little piece as well, but an easy out on first base. And a good innings for New Zealand. The bottom of the fourth, they level it up. It's 2-2.
We're now moving to the top of the 5th inning. The score's all tied up.